Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Versus. Today, joining along with me is...
Hi. I feel different, doing this, I feel different in this video, because I'm gonna be doing a dungeon where... I'm LittleSahPlays, by the way. I'm doing a... Yes, LittleSahPlays. It's been a while since the video's gonna be posted, like, a while from now. Anyway, I feel different because I'm gonna be doing a dungeon that, I really enjoy, and in many cases I don't like it because of how much, backtracking you have to do. Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't backtracking boring?
It is. I like the dungeon, but what I don't like is just backtracking like 24/7.
Yeah. Alright, so we need to talk about this. This is actually being post-commentated because, I was really silly, at the end of, recording this episode, and I actually forgot to save, the audio recording for, on my part. So we have to post-commentate this, otherwise you'd only be hearing Alex's voice, which would be weird, but so we're doing it this way, so we both can actually see each other's screens as we are commentating this right now.
Yes,
so
that's another reason why I feel different. Like, again, I tried to make it seem like this wasn't post-commentary, but it actually is. So.
Yeah, this would be like a lot better if this was not if we didn't have to do this post, but this is kind of our only way of doing this without making it look awkward.
Yeah.
So anyway, looks like you're about to get a cannon fix here. Why don't you talk about that?
Okay, so this cannon fix, it's required to go in the dungeon. There's no other way of getting into the city in the sky without doing this thing. It requires getting quite a lot of characters in Skybook. There's 7 of them, and it's insane. And that's one of the reasons. That's one of the things that I don't like about this dungeon. But once I get into the dungeon, it's like it gets so much better. Until I have to end up backtracking.
The next dungeon that Alex is heading into, it's a really it's normally like quite a pain to go through, like in a casual standpoint, but there's actually some really cool tricks in City in the Sky that actually makes the dungeon like really fun to go through.
Yeah, and I see like what you're doing. That's what I'm talking about, like getting those books right there. It's insane. Like, I remember like back when I first played the game, like I literally asked my brother for help, and I'm like, can you help me with this? And he's like, it's not that hard, man. And I'm like, I haven't done this before. I don't know. I want to go back to those times I want to go back to the times where I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean?
I hear panicking.
Yeah. Literally, you saw, like, fly over the horizon, like, the boss of the dungeon. This, in my opinion, is, like, the only dungeon that I've seen in Twilight Princess where you actually see the boss, prior to even starting the dungeon.
Yeah. And, so basically, the Ukus here, the Ukus are, they are in a panic because their city in the sky is being attacked by this like big old dragon-looking thing.
And pretty straightforward. Our objective is to take out it. And that trick that you saw right there, it's called the ring jump. It's pretty easy. To me, I feel like it's not even a sequence break.
Oh.
It's just there, just to exist. I don't know. I like using it though. Like,
Yeah, it's a really, really cool mechanic. It allows you to like just to do stuff like this, where you can just break the whole dungeon. There's actually some ukus in the dungeon that you're actually supposed to use in order to get over these pits, but obviously we don't need that.
I like how I just got into like a corner matrix with that freaking ledge just right there.
You actually took a fall right there earlier.
I did, and I don't know, that's one of the things I don't like about boomerang jumps. It's weird. You gotta make sure you're like at the right heights and stuff. It's awkward. Really.
Yeah, the way boomerang jumps work is the boomerang has to be over a pit, and it has to be above Link in order for you to actually make the boomerang jump work.
Well, platform he's standing on at least. So what is it? I already know what I'm doing. I'm like just staring at your screen to like see like just to get used to like what you're doing while I'm actually on my part. Which is supposed to be I don't know what you're doing. Like you just talk about it and I'm just like deciding whether or not I should believe you.
I don't know. Do you believe me?
I mean, what I thought was original commentary, like you were talking about doing things. I guess I believe it now since I'm just staring at it.
I guess.
This is one of the things that I love about post commentary. Like, you get to like edit just the footage together, and you don't have to do anything for a while until you finish doing post commentary. So that's. I was telling Max last night that I feel that this is one of the advantages of having to do post commentary videos. So.
Alright, so I'm on my end. I'm done with collecting all the Sky characters, so I'm.
Speaking of doing post commentary, a couple of years ago, me, M-Chan, Multi, and Mega all did a 4-way versus of Super Mario Galaxy 2, which I feel was, in my opinion, one of the best projects that we've ever done together. And at the very end, we had to do post commentary.
Yeah, but it was for a different reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, and actually, as of right now, it's still actually like one of our most popular projects that we've done.
Yeah. I prefer losing. If I had to choose between losing commentary or footage, I would choose commentary because like you already saved the game, so it's either. You have to go through the trouble of using another file and like landing back where of making it look like that you landed back where you already started out, and instead of just like having to just talk over what you already did and just make it look realistic. So I definitely prefer losing commentary over footage.
Well, I mean, if you lose footage, then no one's not gonna see what you did. How would anyone know that you're cheating?
I could have just used a screen recorder on Camtasia and just recorded somebody else's Let's Play, and there's mine.
Oh wow. What are you, a splicer?
No. I'm just saying, like, this is things that we gotta deal with sometimes. Even though this video in particular, how do you know that I didn't just rip off somebody else's footage off of YouTube and just... What if I took a speedrunner's footage and just claimed it as mine just for this video, just to make the viewers think that I'm ahead of you?
I don't know, man.
Guys, secretly I took, I'm not gonna say anything else because I don't want to make people actually think that I took somebody else's. This is awkward.
Oh my god. You heard it right here, guys. Alex is exposing himself.
I didn't steal anything, guys. But I might have. I'm just saying.
So I'm finally in City in the Sky, which, looks like Alex is. I think it's like 1/3 to the dungeon. I don't actually remember how. Oh.
This part I absolutely hated. Like you have to get on the very edge of like. The corner. You have to get like that. And you have to like go all the way to your left-hand side.
Oh my god, that was very interesting that you had to deal with that.
I was actually watching that earlier and just like, I wonder what I'm going to talk about here. And that I did talk about, so... Wow. This dungeon, The atmosphere is just what I love most about it. I'm trying not to sound so stern here, but like, this is one of my weaknesses in post-commentary videos.
What's your favorite dungeon in this game?
If I had to pick one, it's definitely Arbor's Grounds. Definitely.
Arbor's Ground? Okay. I think I have to say Arbor's Ground as well.
Wow. It's like the only dungeon that's like horror based. You know,
but as far as like actual like really cool strats, I think City in the Sky has some of the best ones.
Yeah. I mean, there's very little areas where you can do boomerang jumps in Arbor's Grounds, which there aren't any, which I don't believe. The only area
there are
which is
some,
close
but
to
they're
it,
kind of precise to do.
Yeah, the only areas that I've done it in that is at least close to the dungeon is in the desert, where you just do like a hit jump, which is completely useless. You can just walk around it. So.
Oh my gosh.
So
how many cheeseburgers did you eat?
Oh my god. Are you? Wait, did I burp? I'm not even paying attention to myself. Guys, if you're wondering where that meme came from, we did it like quite a few years ago when I was first getting into YouTube. Well, I didn't even do YouTube at the time, but it was a video where my cousin Chris was doing a Let's Play of Ocarina of Time, and we had Max as a guest star while he was doing the fire team. He was away for like 20 minutes, or whatever amount of time. We're just waiting on for you to come, waiting for you on to come back. We're just like,
those are good times.
I mean, we're still in good times now. I think we should take the moment now to like realize that we're still like really new to things. So, you know what I mean? Oh my god, that Uku cancel ledge grab right there, which is a similar trick that I use in Wind Waker, which is, I don't know if you noticed, but like in my second to most recent video on my channel, I used footage from when I speedrun Wind Waker, and it is like one of the freaking hardest things that I did. It's called the Halmarock skip, which like totally skipped the boss. It's the only boss in the game that doesn't die. And it's optional, but it's really hard to do, which is one of the reasons why I decided to show it. It was, I don't know. I'm like trying to like find times where I can record myself doing. I'm currently doing a Master Sword run right now, and I'm like on the second half of the game. The second half of the game is like the hardest to put together a run for, because there's like lots of super swims, and it's insane.
Yeah.
But the first half I've totally mastered. But the only problem is I just gotta like not mess up as much.
So you can actually see that I'm kind of making up time here in this dungeon, because it's mainly due to the fact that, like, as you can see right here, where Alex has to like constantly pause in order to equip the items that he needs. Like all my items are on my gamepad, so I can just look at my gamepad and start equipping items. So it saves time, which adds up. And also, anytime I'm using, anytime I have to switch to Wolf Link, I can just do that on the gamepad as well without having to pause the game.
Yeah. So this mini boss, it's like one of. It used to be the most frustrating mini boss out there. Now it's just kind of nasty since I use the bomb arrow.
This mini boss can actually be skipped, but it's like pixel perfect, and it's like stupid hard. So, in general, it's really not worth it once you fail it like a few times. As you can see right here, you made it look easy. Oh, he actually had a second phase. Okay, I forgot about that.
This game looks... I don't know. I feel like when I talk about Twilight Princess, it just looks a lot like Skyward Sword, which it does. The only difference is that it's not... I mean, a version of it is, but it's just not. Oh,
and he's done. I'm sad that I didn't get to hear that really awesome mini boss theme for much long.
Guys, look it up. Mini boss theme. Twilight Princess. YouTube it. It's there if you want us to do it. So. Then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna like glitch this treasure chest. I'm gonna get all the way again in like 10 seconds.
Really?
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I don't. So.
Okay. So, Alex has got the double claw shot, which is going to allow him to use 2 claw shots. So as you can see, he's like hanging on to one of the little targets from the ceiling, and he can like hang down, and then use his other claw shot to get back up from the boss room.
That was what I was going to talk about actually. If you're like wondering, one of my most favorite items, it's definitely that double claw shot.
Oh, yeah?
It's like, which is kind of ironic because like it's one of the last items you get in the game.
Yeah. Oh dang. Okay, so there's an example right there. I like messed up my inputs to do the ring jump, and I just barely messed up there. But I can try again. This actually saves. This strat's actually faster than what Alex just did. Where Alex just went around the whole room in order to get to the door. This right where I'm just boomerang jumping to take a little shortcut, just like that.
This is a really hard room in my opinion to do boomerang jumps in because there's like lots of wind fans all over the place. You gotta like prevent yourself from not being blown like off, like just not being blown out of bounds. It's like that's why I decided not to try and do that trick in here.
And this room Alex is in, if you can do it really fast, it's like really good.
Yeah, that room's pretty fun.
Yeah. I think a lot of these rooms where you have to do like constant double claw shotting from target to target. They just look really, really cool. And it looks like I'm having trouble there. I actually do not remember having trouble in. Well, I did remember having a rough segment in City of the Sky. But dang, these rooms are actually supposed to be easy.
I just fell.
Normally I'd actually be reacting to my mistakes, but this is post, so I kind of expect these to happen, I guess.
And recently in life, I picked up strep throats, which is I hate it.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
I hope like y'all don't get ticked off like at the fact that I'm just kind of coughing here and there. So like that's like the only thing left. That's like the only thing left that I'm trying to get better from. So I don't know. I remember like doing a video where I like sounded really sick. And I remember like doing a few videos on my channel where like I could not use my voice at all, so I like did an update video, but just by using text on the screen. It was weird.
There we go. Got that room. It took me a while. The room is really your room is usually not hard, but I guess I made it a lot harder than it actually supposed to be.
Took you a good 10 hours.
Yeah, 10 hours.
So like when this room is actually one of the I'm trying to like find ways to describe this room. I did not like it the first time going through it. One room that took me off the most. This room right here. Right here. Just looking at it, it's just I could not have done this when I first got the game. Like it was impossible for me. I had to like spend hours and hours looking around.
And sometimes that's kind of what you have to do. Just look all over the place and hope that you find something that's peculiar.
Yeah, but in these times of my day, it's like not the same anymore. I just like automatically know where to go. I'm not trying to sound braggadocious, but it's just looking like back when I'm watching it. It just looks like I automatically know what to do. Now this room is actually kind of easy to miss a heart piece in, because freaking. Wow. Yeah, this room is like has a heart piece in it, which is pretty easy to miss. I always used to miss this one back when I started 100% in this game.
Oh, yeah.
We're so quiet. This is why I prefer like.
It's like I don't know.
It's been such a long time where I've had to do post commentary.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to it again. Oh my god, this is it's like
I said, normally I'd react to some of these mistakes that I've been making here on this video, but it's just kind of hard to like replicate the same reaction when you've like already seen yourself do it.
Anyway, this heart piece always ticked me off. I'm going through right now. And these keys are actually like really scary because like if you end up climbing up, like they're just gonna knock you off and you're gonna be out of bounds and you have to start all over again.
Thankfully they programmed the enemies so that they cannot like snipe. They cannot hit you while you're like doing any type of climbing. Just so it's not cheap. Which is a really nice mechanic that not a lot of Zelda games have.
I mean, they attack. I mean, they do their attack. It just doesn't hit you while you're cycling.
Well, they program it so that they're always going to miss when you're climbing, so you're never in danger of falling off when you're climbing anything.
Yeah.
Which is a very nice mechanic.
I really feel like I have to get used to post commentary. This is my first time in years, or just a couple of years. Just a couple of years actually, just ever having to do post commentary. Like I told myself, like,
here's my attempt at aerial foes. You saw I did a bit of a faster but more riskier strat by using the iron boots as I was carrying the Uku in that room, just so I could fall down faster. It's actually really interesting that we both do like much different strats, and it just depends on like what's better for us.
I told myself on the night that that you didn't save, like I gotta tell the truth here, but I told myself on the night that you didn't save your narration, which is the reason why we're post-commentating this right now. I told myself on the night of that I was gonna like know exactly what to talk about. It feels like the only thing that I have ideas to talk about is just either just me playing the game right now or just other things in life that have been recent. Just went through a freaking wall.
Yeah, why don't you talk about that since we have the time right now?
I mean, I did mention me picking up Stress Road and me like doing that every once in a while. So like, I don't know. I missed out on 3 days of school, like, last week. It feels sick.
Oh, yeah?
Just don't like my camera, dude.
Oh, God, what the heck are you doing?
I don't know. I'm going where I have to go.
Just, like, spaz the camera out.
Yeah. It's freaking weird.
Normally, there's like faster ways of without having to ride those P-hats, but man, those strats are like hard.
So like this route right here, is where I have to get like a treasure chest, which is literally right on the outside of
I think this is a room that I haven't seen before. Probably. I don't know. I've always just went straight forward, progressed to the next room.
I realized, like, did you get a new mic? Because like, you sound like crisper than you did than you said it on Discord back when we started recording this.
No, this is not a new mic.
I guess it just sounds different, like since I'm on my computer. I used headphones on my phone as well while we recorded this. I don't know, it just sounds like crisper for some reason. I don't know.
I sound like Chris? Oh wow.
No, I said that you sound crisper like you did. Back when we started recording this.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe it's just that it's been a while since we've done the calls together and like recorded one of these. I realized like back when what was it? Back in the summer. Back in the summer when we recorded this, I was like hoping to God that I wouldn't forget anything while recording this series, like forgetting things in like videos such as like heart pieces and like bottles and stuff, like, which is one of the reasons why I just wrote down everything on paper, so like I just won't forget. All I gotta do is just do everything on paper, except just do it super fast, so like I'll be ahead by that. So yeah, that's one of my precautions that I take while recording videos. I don't know if you noticed, but like on my channel, I've been like trying to stay away from Let's Play videos just for a little bit. I'm just taking a break from it this year. Well, not this entire year, but just for now until I find out something else to do.
Oh yeah.
That's
just not your motivation anymore.
I mean, it's not that I don't want to do it anymore. It's just like I feel like it's not one of the things that's trending right now. So like, I just hit 100 sub milestone, which took me 6 years to reach. When in my opinion, it should just taken me like what, about a month or two at most. That's like the amount of time that most other YouTubers hit 100 subs just in like a couple of months or just 4 weeks at most. But I did say in that little special video that I said, let's keep this number growing, so I don't want to, you know, since I don't want the channel to fall behind, so let's just stay consistent with it.
Looks like we got 2.5 more minutes left for us to continue more of this dungeon right here. And looks like you're almost done from the looks of things.
It's crazy. Like I've gotten like 80%, like almost 90% of the dungeon finished in just 27 minutes.
Yeah, this is normally this dungeon's is really long and really boring, but there's like a lot of stuff that allows us to like skip quite a bit of the dungeon.
Yeah, the reason it's long is because like there's lots of stuff around you to
yeah, normally it's like super boring because you have to constantly ride on like, you know, this P-hats and other like unexciting stuff, which is why a lot of people don't like this dungeon like in a casual standpoint.
Yeah. One of the rooms that I just found absolutely scary about this dungeon, I don't know why, but I just did. In this room that I'm going into right now, there's a couple of aerial foes in it. It's just that it's like hard to like keep up with which one's gonna attack first. It's like really weird. I don't know. It's like in this room in particular, it's just god awful. So 1 more minute. It's about 50 seconds.
See, meanwhile for me, I'm just trying to avoid that and make my way further into the dungeon to where claw shotting, the double claw shots are actually needed. It's down here. See, I entered this dungeon a lot later than you this time. Like usually throughout the race, I've been sort of doing whatever's more convenient for me.
Oh, you know what I didn't actually tell you about this, but do you know what I got, which is like a late Christmas gift in January?
What is it?
A Wii U.
Oh, nice.
just didn't really talk about it as much. It's kind of weird that I just mentioned it like at the very end of the video.
Yeah,
it's like,
because right now we're like a few seconds, and that's time. All right.
yeah.
So let's see. You have any final thoughts of what you thought about this episode?
I felt pretty satisfied with this episode. It's just, yeah, I was totally expecting to just, you know, talk naturally like I would in a live commentary video. But again, it took me quite a bit of time just to get used to post commentary because it's something that I do very little of the time. So, not necessarily saying that post commentary is bad. It's just like, how else are you gonna solve the problem when you forget to save something? So. I don't know.
This, yeah, like we said, like already a few times, already, that this is like so much better when we don't have to do this at post, because then our reactions are like a lot better. But unfortunately, this is like the best that we can do. So, anyway, the video is about to be over, so we have to wrap this up really soon. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Twilight Princess. And next episode will not be post commentary, I promise you. You'll actually get to hear all us both like react to stuff. With that,
unless you decide to delete all your footage or comments.
Oh god. And so with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.